Following other people going on adventures is a massive source of inspiration. It always inspires me to get outdoors more and go on adventures myself. So in today's video, I'm going to share some awesome people who are taking on some pretty epic adventures this year. I'm going to share all their social media and website links below so that you can easily follow along. I was hoping to make this film while the little one napped, but he had other ideas, so I apologise if you can hear some newborn bumbling. Right, let's go. First on my list is Gemma, aka Me and My Sprockadoo. Gemma is taking on the 7 in 7 challenge. She's planning to walk 7 long distance trails across 7 counties in the UK throughout the year. If you've not yet heard of father-daughter duo Ian and Eve, then you definitely need to get them on your radar. Eve is just 9 years old, yet with her father she's already walked the length of the UK. That took 9 months to raise awareness of autism. Their adventures continue as they plan to thru-hike all of Scotland's 29 trails. They've already covered over 1,113 miles and still have another 9 trails to complete this year. I love following Juls as she took on the Big Bothy Walk, which was a challenge to visit all 104 Bothys in Britain. Her latest challenge is 100 Scottish islands, where she hopes to step foot on 100 islands in Scotland, trying to find something unique on each one. I absolutely love challenges like this. They're not physical, but they're really adventurous because you never know what's going to happen next. By the time you watch this, Russ Cook might have already completed his adventure, but I couldn't not mention it. Russ is on a mission to become the first person ever to run the full length of Africa. It's a pretty epic adventure. He's been held at gunpoint, he's been chased by wild animals, and he's faced all sorts of challenges along the way. Definitely go check out his YouTube and backtrack and watch all the videos, they're really addictive. Next up is Tom Davies, aka GeoWizard. Tom is a geoguesser. I had to Google what that means, and it's actually really cool. But that's not the only thing you'll find on his channel, because Tom loves to come up with really cool adventure ideas. My favourite is the straight line challenge, where he attempts to walk a country in an entirely straight line. It's actually a really difficult thing to do, and this year he's attempting to do it in England, which is going to be his biggest challenge yet, because England has so many boundaries and so many restrictions. The first film from this adventure will be dropping on his YouTube channel soon. The Oarsome Oldies are 10 friends who want to prove that age does not need to be a restriction when it comes to going on adventures. They plan to row 100 miles from the North Sea to the Atlantic Ocean in a boat a little bit like this one. They're going to face all sorts of challenges such as wind and tide, but I have no doubt that these guys are going to have a really good fun time. Now when you see this photo, you might see a guy cycling on a bike, but that's not actually a bike, that's a unicycle. Ed Pratt already holds the record as the first person to unicycle 18,000 miles around the world, and it took him 3 years. He's not stopping there though, and this year he's attempting to cross Latvia using trails alone, which is causing him all sorts of dilemmas and obstacles along the way. By the way, if you love adventure and are new to this channel and aren't yet subscribed, please go and do that now. On the Band Family Adventure channel, we cover all things outdoors and adventure, as well as sharing alternative living. Right, let's get back to the list. Next up is a guy I've been following for a while, Derek Cullen Outdoors. Derek is no stranger to thru-hiking. He's already walked around Ireland and he's hiked the Pacific Crest Trail. This year he's planning to do the Appalachian Trail in the USA. I love following a simple thru-hike and will definitely be following along on his adventure. Adventurers Phoebe Smith and Dwayne Field set up the We2 Foundation. The foundation was set up to empower underprivileged young people from disadvantaged backgrounds by taking them on epic expeditions. The next adventure is Seabirds to South, and they're taking a group of disadvantaged young people to the Galapagos Islands. I love seeing how these adventures change these young people's lives, and they're also open for application if you know someone that could be suitable. Back to hiking adventures and Alexander Campbell. He's gone for a walk, a really big walk. Alexander is walking around the world. It's going to take him absolutely years to do this. He's partway through the journey, and you'll find him round about here at the moment. If you like hiking challenges but you're more in favour of vertical rather than horizontal, then why not give Lucy Barnard a follow. Lucy is trying to break a record, walking 30,000 kilometres the length of Earth from Argentina all the way up to Alaska. She had to pause the challenge for a little bit, but she's back on the trail now and is currently in Mexico. Another big world adventure is Cameron Williams and his Random Tandem. Cameron is covering the same distance, the 30,000 kilometers from the top of North America to the bottom of South America, he's going the other way, but instead is doing it on a tandem bicycle. He cycles on the front seat and he opens the back seat to be occupied by anyone he meets along the way. As you can imagine, he's found himself cycling with some pretty interesting characters. Keeping a cycling theme, Sahir Permall is planning to cycle from Glasgow, where she lives, to Istanbul this spring. This is part of a two-part reverse migration to her ancestral village in Pakistan. Now, Land's End to John O'Groats is a pretty classic UK adventure covering the length of the UK. It's around 1,000 miles, and if you cycle it takes about 2 weeks. If you walk it, it takes about 3 months, and Nicola Bennett will be planning to take on this hiking challenge. Alternatively, how about crossing the UK widthways? Steph Cook will be walking from the furthest western point in England to the furthest eastern point. Next up is Nikki Love, who loves running. She's already run across Australia. This epic 4,000-kilometre journey took her 76 days. She's going to be running the length of the UK, but with a twist, as she'll be going via the Three Peaks. The Three Peaks are the UK's highest mountains in England, Wales and Scotland. Now, if speed is your thing, then you should also check out Imogen Boddy. Imogen is an ultra runner and she plans on taking the challenge to become the fastest person to summit the Three Peaks while also running in between them. The current record is standard strong since 1979 at 7 days and 31 minutes. So she's going to have to be pretty damn speedy to beat this. And last but not least is Claire Hughes. She plans to cover a single continuous journey, paddling the longest lake, climbing the highest mountain and cycling between them all in Wales, England and Scotland. I really love a multidisciplinary, you know what I'm trying to say, adventure, so I'm really looking forward to this one. If you can think of anyone else that should be on this list, then please say in the comments below. I want to wish every adventurer that I've mentioned today a really big good luck taking on your challenges. I put links to their social media below, so please do go give them a like and a follow. Thank you for watching, and I hope like me that after hearing about all these adventures that you're starting to brew and think maybe it's time I took on one of these myself.